giving you wonderful. Good morning, everyone. Good afternoon and good evening. Welcome to FOL Testimonials. My name is Drusilla Baksh, and I'll be your host this morning alongside Henry and many others of our presenters on the call and leaders. So let's get started. So we're here to introduce you to the Safe Home Revolution, protecting your family by removing harmful ingredients from the products that we use every day. The amazing fountain of life and some active ingredients, the Regent Spruce Tree Extract, Health Canada NPN number approved, 100% exclusive rights globally, fast acting, provides the highest source of dietary lignans available. Lignans extracted from the Norwegian spruce trees in Finland, high performance antioxidants. Basically, it's just saying all the benefits of a lignan-rich diet all in one particular regimen. Please unmute, please mute, sorry, I don't mean to say unmute, but please mute as you're tuning in. It is natural, it is vegan, it is alcohol-free, gluten-free, GMO-free, and also made in Canada. And here we have the world release of, again, Fountain of Life and the benefits and testimonials. The disclaimer, Fountain of Life is not a cure for any diseases, any ailments, but simply nature's most powerful antioxidant that reduces free radicals, slow down aging, and assisting the body to heal itself. So we have here lignans and our immune system. Lignans can boost our immune system by neutralizing free radicals before they can damage our healthy cells. Lignans and the brain health, as you can see here, and lignans also used for mental health. And you can see the benefits here of it, ladies and gentlemen. Assist in the integrity of brain function, inflammatory effects. Please mute as you're tuning in. Thank you. And also protects against oxidative stress. And I just want to say a quick reminder to everyone where it says private photos. I think it's asked that we do not share these ones. And we have here for Dementia Testimonial 1, a dementia mother who could not recognize her children, began to recognize them, able to hold a cup of drink, looking beautiful again, and all these within 3 months of taking Fountain of Life. You can see the happy look on her face after using 15 drops in the morning once a day, and also at times another 15 drops in the afternoon. We have here also 82,000 people in Singapore today, and with dementia, the dementia patient gradually lost all skills, emotional, bad temper, fight with you, throw things, cannot manage themselves. And after FOL, you can see here, recognize children, understand a conversation, can reply, watch TV, can walk and go out with friends. Here are some photos to share with you. And basically showing that 15 drops a day is all that she took. Strokes and swollen and bleeding brain in ICU, unconsciousness, right side body have no feeling. And here's it. I'm not sure why I keep losing my mouse when it comes to this. We also have here the same night of the incident, rub half a bottle of Fountain of Life on left side of the brain and right side of the body. Did this for 5 days and discharged from ICU. For 1 month daily rubbing with Fountain of Life. And you can see here, half a dropper, 20 drops. 5 days later, you can see also 8 days later, 1 month later of how it has been from the release from the hospital and walk with help. Sleep better tonight using Fountain of Life. As you can see here, you sleep better, reduces snoring. And lignans helps with sleeping and also addressing daily fatigue, premature aging caused by oxidative stress, hormone balance, chronic inflammation. We have here one of our partners, Callie Jensen, that basically, well, I had a shocking appointment at the hospital today, although I cannot make a claim to confirm that it in fact was Fountain of Life. It was the follow-up for basically the 6 millimeter lump and 2 smaller lumps in the breast and a biopsy on the lumps. They could not do any biopsy cause the lumps are gone. And also she had to ask and double check it if it was the correct breast. Wow, amazing. This is basically 2009 that she had 7 lumps removed in the breast, and also they've been monitoring her since that time. It's amazing the effects of Fountain of Life. Here you can see here, leukemia, the fat tissue tumor, came out after 12 days of topical application. And we have here the monthly best testimonial contest. And we have this wonderful lady here, cancer patient, exhaustion. Then she has no energy, no more exhaustion. Please mute as you're coming in. Thank you. And we have after 5 days of
Hello, Drew. Can you unmute yourself? I just muted all, and then you can unmute yourself.
I just did. Thank you.
Amen.
And we have for Singapore's testimonial, the health and wellness, stage 3 colon cancer champion here that basically find new life between 3 weeks, 3 and 3 months, 3 weeks in between the weeks and the months of taking Fountain of Life. And it's Madeline. Okay, why my slide's not changing? Give me one moment, please. No. And we also have here for various healing and challenges, migraine gone, heart condition improve, and also no more sweating at night, more energy, and also no more pain from the knee fracture. Wow, amazing. 30 drops by 2 days. You can see here, saved the leg amputation. 7th August 2019, cast removed, discharged from the hospital after 26 days, and they use Fountain of Life. Diabetic wound closing and also healing fast. Uncle William's sugar level was 13 in May 2021, and also in June 2021, it went down to 5.2 to 5.1 to 4.9 application, 10 drops twice a day. Amazing. We have the finger amputation canceled, 75-year-old diabetic for more than 10 years, one leg already amputated. And you can see here just topically applying Fountain of Life, 4 to 5 drops on the blackened part of the first and the second fingers, you can see here, and basically just rubbing it in. Took 10 drops under the tongue 3 times a day, and they were able to save from amputating the finger. Wow, amazing. See here that it says that I am so excited about the power of the Fountain of Life. My cousin have been suffering from prostate complication for 10 years. He traveled recently and also buried his elder brother. You can see here, he says on the way back, his doctor recommended emergency operation. We started fund, and I'm sure everyone can read the rest of what's happening here. I'm just going to try to work on the time. And we have with Toto saying here, you know, cousin suffering from prostate complication for 10 years. Also, the expensive surgery was scheduled 15 times in night to toilet. First night with FOL, half a dropper, 20 drops, 5 times to the toilet. Also, dirty urine in the morning was clear. Next day, half a dropper 2 times and 1 time to the toilet. Amazing how much improvement that is. Another day of FOL, energy return, eating and sleeping well. Thank you for sharing that. And we have her blood and skin issues. And just after 2 days of taking the FOL, you can see here that FOL has really helped with clearing up the skin. With it, it's again, we're saying that it's not a cure for any disease or ailments. This is this customer, April 22, started on Fountain of Life. And you can see here the photos of 2 days later, April 24. And the final pictures of May 11th. Unfortunately, we do not have we do not know the issue, with the skin, as she didn't want to go to the doctor or the hospital. Well, wonderful for her that Fountain of Life has helped. And we also have years of chronic infection. It's 2 weeks of struggling with this issue of using. One moment, I'm getting pop-ups there, so just let me clear that away. And taking 5 drops a day, every day and night. You can see here for 2 weeks, the skin infection all gone. And says, thanks, Miss Winnie. Another one we have here, ladies and gentlemen, and this is a Vancouver testimonial, a nasty itch and rash on lady's hand, and nothing was getting rid of it. Just 5 days of Fountain of Life, only 2 drops directly on the area. Did wonders for her. And then we also have hair frosis and rash, itch disappear. You can see the difference in the pictures, as I love to see the pictures and the transformation here of how well it has worked. And we have for eczema for years that my friend Ruth didn't want to consume, but been applying all over her face and using the Fountain of Life. You can see here as my friend Grace bleeding from the constant scratching around. I'm having pop-ups, so please bear with me. He's around 89 years old, just consumed 3 times a day, and you can see half a drop per applying. Skin improved tremendously within days, but also but refused to let my friend take pics. Okay. So that's wonderful. You can see they're taking the Fountain of Life 5 times, 5 days. And we also have here for application, took half a drop or 20 drops each day, drinks lots of water. And also for spraying, you would mix 10 drops of FOL with 30 ml of water. These are different ways that we can use Fountain of Life, ladies and gentlemen, and spray onto rashes and blisters every half an hour. At night, apply Opulence Very Flawless Night Serum onto rash. So it's amazing the combination that they've used to get this relief. And you can see full recovery after 8 days. Normally recovery within 2 weeks or longer. Amazing. We have here for stomach bloatingness, liver and lung colon disease. You can see here, let me bring the screen up more. Liver and lung colon infection causing water retention in body, resulting whole body to be swollen. Stomach bloating with water retention, difficulty in the morning and in moving and breathing. And you can see no energy, and 2 minutes can doze off. Oh, but those off in 2 minutes. So 2 droppers, which is 60 drops a day over 2 months. Fluid in the body released slowly over 8 months. Means liver, lungs, colon beginning to function properly. Lost weight from 270 to 163 pounds. So basically loss of 107 pounds. Waist from 44 to 32 inches, lost 17 inches, better mood, breathing better, and also energy return. Amazing. We have here from Calvin Butler, using Fountain of Life, injured head went from this, and also in 7 days using Fountain of Life. That is absolutely amazing. Can't believe it's gone in 7 days. All right, so we have here wound on finger. It is healed. And you can see here finger infected by old rust from copper pipe, and also close to losing the finger. He was close to losing the finger and saved by FOL drops after over 2 weeks of use. Scar and healing so well. Another amazing testimonial by our partner. You can see here he had tongue cancer, and also they took out a lump, I think it says there, from the neck, and so that it doesn't spread. His surgery was done 18 months ago. I was introduced to him by one of the partners, and you can see here he introduced Fountain of Life to him, and he ended up joining after start consuming it. We would like to know how much he took. So you can see here about 15 months now. Look at the scar that it has basically started disappearing. Absolutely amazing. And what he took was 4 full dropper a day. Wow. Deep cuts on finger healed in 2 days. Manjula shared a testimonial of a deep cut and also while opening a tomato can, and the blood pouring out nonstop. You see it poured out like a tap. Applied FOL, bleeding stopped, next day wound healed with no pain, no stitches required. Also within 2 days healed so well that also you can't see even where the cut was. And here we have for gout, 4 drops, rub it in, 30 minutes later, pain gone and swelling has subsided. You can see here in the photos of how much Fountain of Life has helped in just a short time. And here we have a huge thyroid reduced over a few months. We have years of frequent, consistent, and you can see here no more after using Fountain of Life. I'm just going to leave that there for a few seconds for persons to read. We have tongue injury, immediate relief within first day, 10 drops, second day healed, using 10 drops 3 times a day. And we have this gentleman, Cameron, that talk about his weight loss. You can see the tremendous weight loss that he's had before Fountain of Life and after Fountain of Life. And he says, thanks, because of the age of 53, he lost 14 kilo in 9 weeks. Wow, amazing. And also you can see here, ladies and gentlemen, the weight loss study done for Fountain of Life. You can always look this up in your back office. If you're new on the call, find out from the person that invited you to this call more about how Fountain of Life can work with that. So excellent and relief itch and pain. Also arthritis, keeping you from living your best life that you love. Apply Fountain of Life so it can take internally, and you can also apply it topically. And for inflammation, weeks of suffering with pain, time 9 p.m. applied Fountain of Life on knee. 1 hour later, 10 p.m. You can see here inflammation gone, pain subsided, and next morning the pain completely gone. Burn healed in 2 applications over 4 hours. Amazing. You can see here with the photos that it has proven itself of how amazing Fountain of Life is and how fast that it works. Amazing testimonial. And also the complement, you can complement your pet's diet with Fountain of Life. Also one drop, 10 kilo weight. Promotes pets' health and wellness with antioxidant, antimicrobial, and anti-inflammatory. You can also use Fountain of Life, as they show here, 10 to 20 drops daily. You can use it in a beverage. It also controls diabetes, cholesterol, protects prostate, heart, stomach, increased libido, metabolism. And the list can go on and on about this amazing product. It's safe to use with wine and also safe to use for cooking. This is one thing I do. I'm always using Fountain of Life for cooking. And you can see here again, ladies and gentlemen, Fountain of Life and why is Fountain of Life so powerful? Well, you're going to hear from an expert shortly and what makes us sick. Again, the disclaimer that Fountain of Life is not a cure for any diseases or ailments, as we always like to repeat this as people are tuning in later and later in the training. So we're just reminding you of this. It also slows down aging and assisting the body to heal itself. So we have our oxidative stress and also what makes us sick. So what makes us sick? You can see basically this diagram shows really how our body works. You can, our bodies are healthy when we're younger, but as we're aging, it's changing. Our immune system is changing. Basically, everything about us is changing because of oxidative stress. Free radicals can also, damage the cells and the DNA. If not managed properly, they can carry to awaken and also damage organs. Manifestation of the oxidation is aging faster than usual. Losing electrons and energy. Again, you can see here what Fountain of Life has done when it comes to preserving those important cells in our bodies and healing it. We have 7 types of lignans, world's most powerful antioxidants, electrons, and energy cells. Created by nature, perfected by science. And here we are, again, created by nature, perfected by science. The fountain of life is a compound of 7 most powerful lignans nature has produced to neutralize free radicals, fight bacteria, and reduces inflammation. And Norwegian spruce tree, you can see here the highest source of lignans. There are many different types of lignans, from fruits, vegetables, drinks, oil seeds, and nuts. Lignans from Norwegian spruce trees grown in northern Finland and contains the most potent and strongest lignans in the world. The Norwegian spruce trees lignan is called, well, I would just call it by this name. I'll leave Henry to do the longer name, but it's a 7-HMR. And again, Norwegian spruce tree extract, you can see here, nature's most powerful plant antioxidants, highest source of lignans. They heal themselves, disease insect-free trees. And you can see here also withstands the harshest weathers. And the tree ranging from hundreds to thousands of years old. Fountain of life is your ideal source of lignans. 30 drops a day to protect and preserve your well-being. And we have our qualified counselors and presenters to share their expertise and experiences. And also this is basically where we are halfway of our meeting for Fountain of Life. We have here qualified counselors and leaders, which is Henry Fung. We also have Renee Liao and Han Mei. So at this time, you can feel free to ask questions. You can also feel free to share your testimonials when it comes to Fountain of Life, whether you've just started using it and you've gotten some fast results, or been using Fountain of Life for a while, feel free to do so. So we have Henry on the line, and Henry is here to answer your questions. So Henry, would you like to join us now for Fountain of Life?
Yes, I'm here. If you have anybody that would like to answer any question, have any questions or anything.
Wonderful. So I'm just going to go into the chat now. I've just stopped sharing. Good morning, everyone. It says that you mentioned this is the most powerful antioxidant in the world. Is there any literature or scientific confirmation study done to prove this statement? Henry?
What was it again?
It says you mentioned that this is the most powerful antioxidant in the world. Is there any literature or scientific confirmation study done to prove this statement?
Yeah, we have we have some third-party website on the internet called dietaryfiberfoods.com. They compared all the food elements, like about 360 different type of food and that contains lignans, and the Fountain of Life is 17 times higher than the most lignan-rich food, like flaxseed. So that's what this comment is coming from.
Okay, wonderful. Okay, so the doctor recommended it. I have a rash and cream didn't work. I use FOL and it helps. Okay, wonderful. Thank you so much for sharing that, Cindy. The calls are recorded. I see someone here that says we go through the testimonials fast. It's usually for questions and also sharing the testimonials. Yes, we do go through the first part quickly so we can give enough persons time so they can ask their questions, as we have our expert Henry here with us. So if someone didn't understand what was shared before and they have something to ask, please feel free to do so.
Hi, Drusilla. Can I share my quick story, actually?
So wonderful. Welcome, Renee. Good morning.
Good morning. Yeah, actually, it's Renee here. Hello, everyone. I just want to share that yesterday I had met up with a customer that I had met a few months back on the golf course, and he was the one who had the hip pain. And what he did was he stopped taking his glucosamine, and he switched to Fountain of Life because he really wanted to see which one would help him. And so I shared before that after he tried it, he had amazing, results, and that his hip pain was actually gone. But he actually bought one bottle, and then he bought another bottle because his wife, who saw him taking it, said, oh, I want to try that too. And his wife had this knee pain for the longest time. And so basically, after buying it the first time for him and his wife, he messaged me again and bought more bottles last time because his wife said, oh, she feels a little bit something. We're not sure if it's really FOL, and so they bought 3 bottles last time, one for him, one for her, and also one for his wife's sister. And so yesterday I met with him again for lunch, and he bought 7 more bottles this time. So it's kind of going up like exponentially, 1, 2, 3, 6, 7, And so while I was having lunch with him yesterday, I asked him, well, what are you feeling? How's your wife doing? And who was that 3rd bottle for? Oh yeah, it was for his wife's sister. So I asked, well, how's she doing? So for her, her knee pain that she used to go to like the chiropractor to try to get things taken care of, her knee pain is now basically gone, and so she's really feeling something. I was really happy about that. But the bigger, I think that made me really happy about Fountain of Life, and hearing the story was that was the wife's sister. So the wife's sister has had a stroke about 1.5 years ago. In fact, it's actually her 2nd stroke. Her first stroke was like 12 years ago, and her 2nd stroke happened 1.5 years ago. And ever since she's had that stroke, she was never able to sleep well at night. Like she's always waking up, tossing and turning. And for the first time, and this is really what's just remarkably amazing with this product, is for the first time in like 12 years since that first stroke happened, she's now able to sleep well at night. I mean, that is just, remarkable. And of course, yesterday I was sharing with them as well that, Fountain of Life can really help to prevent those strokes from happening. And I just kept sharing more stroke testimonials. But anyways, I want to share that, I'm just so pumped about FOL. Yes. My other friend, just again, like the week before, a few days before that, actually the day before yesterday, bought 3 more bottles of FOL because himself and his mom that had like his grandma, that had high cholesterol, started seeing results. I have another friend buying another like 6 bottles from me in a few days from now. And another gentleman just reached out to me because he heard of my other friends having success. And then he bought 2 bottles just on the fly from me 2 days ago in a parking lot at he's a real estate agent. And he asked, Renee, can I just grab 2 bottles of this? I have gut issues and fatty liver. I said, this is going to help you a lot. So it's just so easy when you just start to share the stories amongst people. And so I say thank you so much, Priscilla, for hosting, and Henry for, of course, being there for our Q&A. And yeah, great call. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Renee, for tuning in and share that with us. Absolutely amazing. Yes, we do get very excited when it comes to Fountain of Life and what it does. So sometimes for me, when people say they don't have time or they're too busy, I'm not sure why. It's just like we're just taking drops and go. So it's absolutely amazing, the results you get. Wonderful. If anyone else have a question, I have a testimonial here that I can read out, but I'm going to, Pradeep says, is the study report available on any public forum? I'll let Henry come in back. Question, someone who takes the FOL, Henry?
Yeah.
Yeah, sorry. It says someone asked, is the study report available on any public forum?
The study?
Mm-hmm. It's asking for the study of FOL.
Oh, study. We have, we actually, Renee did a combination of research studies on all these conditions. So we actually have a full list of research studies We can post that on the chat group, on the chat.
Okay, wonderful. Thank you. Vernie asked a question. Someone who take the fountain of life, she said it causes her to hemorrhage, especially in her rectum.
Like it's bleeding. Okay, so we had quite some success with hemorrhoids and some other even fistula. So the fountain of life would help with stopping the bleeding and stopping the hemorrhoid.
Okay. Okay, wonderful. Thank you. And thank you so much, Renee, for sharing the link. Ladies and gentlemen who are inquiring, the link was just shared in the chat. So you can get. Yes.
Hi, this is Nora. I'm just by the way, I make you a host already.
Yes.
Just wanna add what Henry was talking when he answered the question, and also with that hemorrhage, right? But sometimes when I'll just share my experience when I was taking Fountain of Life for the first time, the first 3 days I had severe headache, and then only because I have a brain tumor, right? So I had severe headache. So I was like, oh, I was gonna stop it because the headache was so unbearable. But I continued taking it. And on the third day, I had bleeding. I'm not sure if that's the case of this person that was asking question. I had bleeding. I didn't have, it's like I was having a hemorrhage, right? So 2 days of that bleeding. And then, but then after that, I felt so light. So I was thinking maybe the fountain of life was crushing the tumor in my brain, and that's why it releases. I was discharging blood, but the headache was gone after that. That severe headache was gone, and then I felt so light. I felt that, and the pressure from the where the brain tumor is was gone, and evident then. Like I said, by October was I had a scheduled MRI. It is like the tumor busted. So I just want to share that because sometimes when we take if we take my husband, the same thing. He draw like chunks of blood. So whatever is inflammation in our body, this is just from our experience. I'm not a medical expert, and Andreas, but this is from personal experience. When I guess when we take it every day, whatever is inflammation in our body, and it has to we have our body have to get rid of it somehow, and it releases or blood or urine or whatever. So don't be alarmed if that happened, but I just want to share that. Okay, thank you.
Thank you so much, Nora, for sharing that. And I hope that information helps with the question that you had. Okay, so we have here, I am taking a lot of medication, and is it safe to take it along? I guess taking FOL along with my diabetic medication, asthma meds, and high blood pressure medication. I'm using a, what is it, CPAP? Henry would know that, at night. And it's so uncomfortable. Do you think FOL will help me?
Yes, usually we ask people to take medication 1 hour away from taking the fountain of life. So just don't take it all together, but you're okay to take fountain of life while you are taking medication.
Okay, okay, wonderful. I think Cindy would like to say something. Go ahead.
Yes, like I have taken a lot of medication too. I also suffer from asthma, and I went to the doctor, right? And I had a so a long time ago, right? And then I asked the doctor, can I take it with antibiotics, right? And then she's like, let me search it up, and she's like, yes, it is safe. It is safe. Just don't take it with the medication, as he said. But it is safe to take it after the medication, and it helps a lot with it. The doctor even recommended. So if a doctor recommends it, then, you know.
Okay. All right. Wonderful. Thank you so much, Cindy, for sharing that. And we have here, I love coffee. Coffee is life to me. So sadly, a few minutes after coffee, I will get severe headaches and migraines. After FOL, I no longer get headaches after my delicious caffeine fix. Just sharing. Thank you so much for sharing that. I'm sure other persons would like to know that. I do know persons after drinking coffee, they get a headache, but if taking Fountain of Life helps you, then that's wonderful to share. Thank you. Okay, Henry, again, how long does it take for HBP, arthritis, and diabetes to subsidize? On average, my 3 clients, unfortunately, all in one family, have been consuming and applying Fountain of Life for the last 1 month. And there is absolutely no change in blood sugar, pressure, and pain levels for all of the 3. I know 1 month may be very soon, but from the most testimonials, even up to now, what Renee Liao has talked about, it says his clients on the golf course, something should change at least. They still take the daily medication from their doctors, and also they have 12 bottles and they consume between 30 drops to 60 drops per day. So they cannot, sorry, I missed that. So they are not under consuming, and also please advise, they have also watched the most testimonials on Facebook, and they are asking many questions. So am I. So please shed some light on this. Thank you. Long message. Go ahead, Henry.
Well, we usually have been, a lot of people have been taking medication, 1 medication, 2 medication, maybe even insulin for many years, and their sugar are not improving so much. So we usually don't ask them to stop the medication or insulin right away. We don't do that. It's you continue to do whatever you have been doing. Don't count on the Fountain of Life to replace all your medication all at once. So continue to do what you were doing before, and just add the Fountain of Life on, and the Fountain of Life takes time. So some people like for sugar to improve, it might take 1 month, it might take half a year maybe. Some people take 1 year, even more than 1 year for the sugar to improve, depending on how much damage they have been done to the liver, to the kidney, and to the pancreas, the digestive system. So just take the Fountain of Life as a nutrient, as something that would help your body to be healthier. So don't expect it to as a medication or painkiller that get rid of the pain right away. So take it as a nutrient to help your body fight anti-aging, fight aging, and improve your health. So that's what I would recommend.
Wonderful. Thank you so much for sharing that, Henry. And I hope that answers your question. And we have hands up. I've just unmuted you, Dawn. Go ahead. Someone was speaking. Go ahead.
Yes, good morning. This is Dawn Badal.
Good morning.
Did I hear that?
You can go ahead with your question, Dawn.
I think I'm missing the sound.
Okay, this is Dawn Padal here. Good morning, everyone. My husband suffers with high blood pressure and diabetes. In fact, he just came out of the hospital because it was really out of control, and it affected him so badly, that it even affect his part of his brain, which some of the nerves, and he had a slow flow of concentration. Then he was confused when he went into the hospital. So presently,
I can't hear the sound. Is it my computer or is it? Oh, maybe that. Okay.
I think it's yours, Henry. We're hearing Dawn.
Okay, I see.
Would you like her to repeat the question for you?
Yeah.
All right. Are you all hearing me?
We can hear you. Go ahead, please.
Yeah, go ahead. Do it again.
Great, thank you. Okay, as I was saying, my husband, we had to take him emergency in the hospital last week with high blood pressure and diabetes. They had him on drips. He stayed 3 days in the hospital. They said it was out of control and it even affected his sight because the doctors were unaware that he was unable to see for the first day, the next morning when they kept him. And I pointed out to them, my husband is not seeing. And they said, okay, we need to do a CT scan. They did the CT scan and even further MRI. And what they found out is that part of the brain, the small vessels were kind of affected. There was a slow flow of the brain, of the blood. So they put him on medication. They, in fact, tell him to monitor the pressure and the sugar. His sight came back after a couple of days, but he has to take this medication right through. I bought the fountain I bought the product, but he's afraid to take it because my children are saying, you have to follow the doctor's advice and you cannot take mixed herbs with doctor medication. But I've been taking it. I've started. I'll be the guinea pig. And I've started to take it. I think I felt better because, I'm 65, he's 68. And I found I got a relief in my knees and I have more energy. But he is very skeptical because he thinks that it could increase blood sugar and, it's best both of us and he don't want to mix it. So I'm hearing some of the testimonies that what doctor is saying, that you can continue with the medication. So that kind of gave me a relief. He's here, sitting here, hearing as well. I don't know what advice you have for him. I will appreciate it. Because they're talking about lots of vitamin D, he needs to take in order to to get brain food and to give him more clarity about his surroundings and speed up himself because he's a bit slow now. I mean, he used to be a goalkeeper, a footballer, all sorts of things, and now he is slowed down a bit, and it was a bit scary for me, and especially we are going to travel in about 2 weeks' time. And so that is the reason why I bought the fountain. So I need to get some advice on how to proceed with his medication and the product together.
Nia, you raise your hand. Do you have something to comment? Yeah.
Yes, just for the lady with a question of her husband being diabetic, insulin and blood pressure pills and whatever meds. I have a lot of health issues myself as a kidney patient and post-transplant patients. If you would like to talk to your doctor, just make sure your doctor know that it is a functional food. So it's not a medication or drug. It's just if they don't know what lignin is, just tell them it's related to the flaxseed family. So they understand what flaxseed is, and they should be okay with you taking FOL if it's in the flaxseed family or lignin family. But whatever you're doing supplementation wise, you should always consult with your doctors because some supplements may actually increase your dosage of medication or decrease the medication effect as well. So I consult my transplant team as well. So I hope that will answer that lady's question. Someone else's question about other pills. I'm on blood pressure pills myself, 2 blood pressure pills and 2 other transplant medication pills. I have to take that daily to sustain my kidney. So I've been taking Fountain Life for over a few years since the first launch, and it's improving my health immune system. So basically for all these listeners out there who have health issue and not sure what to take with their medication, FOL is okay or not, just talk to your doctor, show them the brochure, let them know it's similar to flaxseed. Okay, that's my comment. Thank you.
Thank you, Leah. Henry, would you like to add anything else to that?
Yeah, I think Leah said the right thing. Everything is correct that she said. So if you want to consult with your doctor, just tell because doctors, they don't specialize in herbal food remedies. So tell them what it is so they can understand better what this is doing. Then they can compare it with the medication that they are prescribing.
Wonderful. Thank you so much, Henry. Hope that answers your question. Biafra, can someone take FOL with warfarin blood thinner?
Yeah, we have been answering that question. Just Fountain of Life by itself is not a blood thinner. So it's not addition to blood thinner. It's not making the blood thinner more potent. So taking the Fountain of Life is, again, it's like using flaxseed to help their body. So it should be okay. Okay, wonderful. Thank you so much, Henry. Is there any other questions anyone else have that you would like to share, or you'd like to put your hands up and I can unmute you as you ask your questions?
Hi, Decemeber. It's Maria Batiste here. Could you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you. Good morning, Maria.
Fantastic. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening to everyone. My name is Maria Batiste, calling from Toronto, Canada. I would like to share this is amazing story I got just, I think, 2 days ago. Is one of my LA VIP. This is a lady who was scheduled for a heart surgery. I think they say it's from a leaking after a triple bypass a year and a half ago. And she was introduced. I went and did a presentation at the church 2 weeks ago. And I was blown away when I heard the result of this woman who went to the doctor to schedule, and they told her she has to come back. I think that was 3 weeks ago. And by using Fountain of Life for the last 3 weeks, they were blown away. When she went to the doctor thinking like she's going to have this surgery, the doctor turned to her and says, no, there's no more surgery. Whatever they saw in there was gone, was disappeared. In just 3 weeks of taking the Fountain of Life, a dropper every single day. The woman is so happy. She called me. I met with her at the church. She ordered a Fountain of Life. She bought her the whole family pack. Ladies and gentlemen, as you heard it from all, we have, Dr. Henry, and you heard it of a lot of testimonial. Disclaimer, this is not a treatment. It is not a cure. It is just one of the most powerful, potent antioxidant on the planet. Ladies and gentlemen, all you got to do is just use the product. This product will surprise you. Thank you very much again for sharing my testimonial to you. Back to you, Decemeber. Thank you.
So much. Thank you so much, Maria, for tuning in and share that. Wow, amazing. All right. Any other questions? Please feel free to do so, or I can unmute you. I would just like to share one, Henry, from one of my customers. It says, so in 2019, I was told after a routine physical that both of my kidneys are failing and I have to slow down and work less to take care of my health. I haven't shared this with anyone until now. I was very concerned for my health, so I have been doing a lot of research, but afraid to take medication, and would have potentially cause more damage to my kidneys. So I did nothing. Then I was introduced to FOL, and also she still had reservations after talking basically to me about FOL, but she finally decided to try it. After 1 month of use, there has been significant change in the kidney function. Did a physical March 2021, and the doctor was very surprised because the kidney function went from 68 to a 91. And all she did was differently was taking Fountain of Life for that month. They just wanted to share that customer testimonial. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you so much. All right. So is there anyone else that would like to ask a question or share a testimonial? It says, when is the best time to take FOL? If it is in the morning, will it affect the medication I have to take in the morning, such thyroid medication?
Yeah, we have been talking about the medication. So just take it 1 hour away from the other medication. It shouldn't bother the medication usually. I see another question here. Would the Fountain of Life help with low blood pressure? Since it lower the high blood pressure, so would it help with no blood pressure? Yeah, so the Fountain of Life actually helps to regulate. Fountain of Life is actually very smart. It knows what the body's normal should be. So it's almost like weight loss. When people have too much weight, they help them to metabolize, help them to lose weight. And then when people who are too skinny because of certain issues with their stomach, with like somebody with lupus, they beat down the system, so they cannot eat properly. They lose weight. They are very skinny. But by taking the Fountain of Life, she actually gained 30 pounds. So it regulates the body. So for people who are having no blood pressure, it's because their bodies, the digestive system usually is not working properly. So they are not able to absorb the nutrients from the food to generate the blood. So they would have low blood pressure. So by taking the Fountain of Life, it helps them to strengthen the digestive system, even the kidney and liver, so that eventually the organs are working better together. And they can actually increase the blood pressure to a more healthy level instead of being low. So I hope that answered the question.
Okay, wonderful. Thank you. And it says, how can we use FOL to help a full-blown drug addict?
Well, we have one client or partner of us actually. He was a drug addict for 13 years, and he had a lot of pains. He had to go to the washroom every 5-10 minutes, and he basically could not sleep. He would have to be in bed for almost like 20 hours a day. But by taking the Fountain of Life just 2.5 weeks, he got relief from almost everything, and he returned back to work, and he's doing very good now. So that helps with the drug addiction.
Okay, wonderful. Thank you so much, Henry. I believe you answered this question already. I'm not sure. It says, what about someone who is anemic?
Anemic is the same thing like low blood pressure, basically. So they need to generate the blood. They need to improve the digestive system to make more blood for the body to have the proper blood flow. So it's the same thing as low blood pressure.
Okay, wonderful. Thank you so much. Any other questions, or anyone would like to raise their hands to share a testimonial?
Henry, sorry, I wanted to ask you, addressed the low blood pressure very well. What of high blood pressure? Very high blood pressure.
High blood pressure is usually a result of blood vessel stiffness, a liver fire, liver issues that cause that. So the Fountain of Life helps to detox, help to clean up the liver, improve with the fatty liver, and that would usually increase, improve the blood quality. So it helps the high blood pressure to improve as well.
Thank you.
Wonderful. Okay, any other questions anyone would like to ask? We have Dorothy, go ahead.
Good night, good evening to everyone. Just a testimony. I sold a Fountain of Life to a customer. Before I sent it to him, he could not speak at all. He had problem with his throat. He was going, and he told me, he said, message me because I cannot speak. And I messaged him. I sent him 2 bottles of Fountain of Life. And within 2 days, I called back after, and he was able to speak. He was saying, thanks, send me 2 more. I don't want to run out. I'm feeling good. Last week I spoke to him, and his throat got clearer and clearer, and he was able to speak clearer and clearer. I could really understand what he was saying. Fountain of Life is awesome. I'm using it myself daily. Also, my husband and other customers who I sold it to, they haven't any regret at all. I sold one to a nurse who is looking after some people in the home, and she's heavily diabetic. She uses the take the insulin, and she said, I am so glad you sold it to me. It is helping my sugar to go down. So it is awesome.
Amazing. Thank you so much for sharing that. Wonderful. Any other shares or questions? Does FOL be taken only in the morning before breakfast? Or can it be taken before bedtime?
No, it's not only limited to morning. Bedtime, it depends on the person whether they have better sleep or it helps them to keep awake. So they can try it before like bedtime and see whether it helps or kind of keep them awake. Some people take it before bed to help them sleep better. Some other people, they keep them have more energy, not being able to go to sleep right away. So usually we recommend not too late because some people do have difficulty with it going to sleep after they take it too late. So yeah, take it more during the day. Like let's say with the 3 meals before meals would be better. But if they bother their stomach and have caused issues, then they take it after food.
Okay, wonderful. Thank you for answering that, Henry. I was just trying to see who it is so I can mute off. All right, thank you. Any other messages or?
Yes, I'm Janet from Connecticut, and I've been using Functional Life for 4 months now, and I've seen good results. I have a lot of energy. It's healed one of my rashes on my right ankle, and you know, my diabetes A1C is like 5.5. It's really, I've seen results. That's all I can say. I've seen a lot of results. It's a good product. And thank my cousin Yvette Harris for introducing me to it.
How was your A1C before? Like how much from?
Well, it was one time it was 7.0 and then it was 6.6 and now it's 5.5. Yeah. Wow. So hopefully next time I will be down more. I hope. You know.
You don't need to be down that more anymore.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
okay.
It's 6 under 6 is perfect. 5.5 is already very good. And actually, yeah. So that's great.
Yeah.
How long you have been taking the Functional Life?
About 4 months,
okay.
I believe. About 4 months. Yeah, 3-4 months. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Great results.
That's beautiful. Thank you.
Yes, you're welcome.
Thank you so much for sharing. All right.
You're welcome.
Any other questions? Thank you. Thank you so much, Amarjeet. You shared. Okay, wonderful. It is.
There's a question about Parkinson's disease.
Oh, did I miss that? Okay.
Yes, you did. And about the ringing in the air.
Yes, I see that. Yes, about one moment. I'm not sure why my computer's skipping that. My question on Parkinson's disease and asthma and another in the chat above. Okay. Let me get that. As the chat is getting filled up, so I guess I missed that. Testimonial, I have to help. There's the link for the testimonial there of how to help with the drug addict. So I just want to let everyone know that that's in the chat. And asthmatic. What about someone who is asthmatic? Henry, did you answer that? Someone who is asthmatic. Gonna have a testimonial about the partner. Henry, I'm not sure if I'm missing it, but I can't seem to find that one that is asking about.
Oh, you mean Parkinson or asthma?
Yes.
Okay, so yeah, both of them we have people sharing testimonials. One of them was with Amajit actually. Amajit had an interview or sharing with a Parkinson client, and they are doing better now. I think he was able to climb ladder and do things that he was not able to do before. And for asthma, it's typically about the inflammation in the respiratory tract, and we have lots of testimonials on that.
They say also glaucoma. I just found it here. I just found that question.
Oh.
Also, glaucoma is a part of that.
Yeah, glaucoma and cataracts are the problems in the eyes, and eyes are usually linked to kidney and liver. So as we were talking about how the Fountain of Life helps with the strengthening the kidney and liver, improve the functions, and it does help with the eyesight and eye issues in general.
Okay, wonderful. Thank you so much. And I've unmuted you. What's the seed LK? You put your hands up. Do you have a question or something to share? You can unmute yourself. You're unmuted from this end. Go ahead. Okay, unless it was an accident that your hands is up, that's okay. Someone asked earlier about FOL. Oh, okay, sorry, the chat is filling up. Does FOL help for people with Alzheimer's?
Sorry,
People with Alzheimer's and dementia, sorry, go ahead.
Okay, I wasn't sure it was me, so sorry. I hear a lot of testimonies and even read it on YouTube, but because I have my own issues such as acid reflux, thyroid problem, high blood pressure. So I don't know, it doesn't really tell me how much you take and when you should take it, that type of thing. So I'm trying to help. I'm taking it for a few months, but doesn't seem to be working much. So I'm not sure if I was taking it in the wrong time, not the right amount. So if you can help me, that would be great.
How much are you taking right now?
Well, I go by drops. I don't know if that's accurate because people, like I said, people different tell me when the one that sold me is the different. So I'd be taking 20 drops.
A day?
A day, yes. But not in the morning because I have a concern. Like I said, I was taking thyroid and thyroid have to be taken in the morning. So I have that concern about taking at the same time. And then acid reflux, and somebody was saying maybe you should take it after the meal. So that's why I have different information. So I don't know if they're wrong or not. That's why it's not working for me.
Well, we usually talk about the therapeutic dosage, usually over 30 drops. So you have to increase the drops to a little more and take it a little more frequently during the day. It doesn't really matter whether it's before or after food, as long as it doesn't bother your stomach, your asparagus. So you can take it more often in the day and take a little more drops. It will help with these things.
So total a day, but throughout the day kind of thing?
Yeah, you can take like 30 to even 60 drops a day.
Total, right?
Yeah, total.
Yeah, but I could do it like split it in two times over.
Yeah,
okay,
that's right.
So it doesn't matter between meal or after meal.
It doesn't really matter because most of them hopefully will be absorbed through under the tongue in the saliva glands.
Oh, so is it and you take it underneath your tongue, right, and keep it for a few minutes?
Yes, that's better.
Okay. And don't drink water. Like I said, somebody's telling me, so don't drink your water right away. Just keep it in your mouth for a few minutes and then swallow.
Yeah, that gives the body some time to absorb into the bloodstream before it go into the digestive system.
Okay, that's helpful. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Sorry, one more question. Sorry. Well, I know you not really can tell, but if I increase my doses, how soon will I be seeing some effects? Like a month time?
Yeah, hopefully if you have your dosage is higher, hopefully in 1 month or two, you should be seeing some Also watch other things too, because you might have other issues to improve, like sleeping, energy, even skin, hair. There are so many things that can improve. So just watch for signs of improvement for the body in general. Sometimes we focus on certain things too much and we ignore the other things that we already have been improving. So just list the number of issues in more detail and see which ones are improving first.
Okay. Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Wonderful. Thank you so much. I see John Wilson shared that someone was asking about FOL and ringing in the ears. And he just shared that for him, he used to have ringing in the left ears, and it just realized that that has gone using Fountain of Life. So I guess he's saying, yes, it can help with ringing in the ears. If Henry, if you want to confirm anything with that.
Yes, ringing in the ear again trace back to either the kidney or liver. And when we improve and regulate, help the kidney and liver, it should improve the ringing in the ear.
Wonderful. Thank you so much. At FOL to Europe. Okay, so I see Amishi.
Sorry, I have a question.
Go ahead.
Henry, why do we then have it on the box, a drop for every 10 kilograms, a drop for every 10 kilograms? So if someone takes more, is that too much? Or should we stick to what's on the box? Or when do you know when to start increasing the dosage and everything?
Usually on every product, you have a recommended dosage. Usually that's the safest one for everybody, for overall to so that's also usually for people who are healthy and also who are basically maintaining their health. So that's what we say, take 10 drops a day to maintain your health. But if you do have certain health issues, health challenges, even serious problems, then you do need to increase the dosage to be more effective. So each case by case is quite different. So you have to either talk to somebody or find out or test it out which dosage is the best for your body. And some people have also considered budget issues. So some people can afford more, some people use less to maintain their health.
Wonderful. Thank you so much. And
Thank
we
you.
also, thank you, my dear. We also have Raymond also shared the link for Facebook, the Facebook group that you can also follow for Fountain of Life. So go there, invite yourself, and you would be approved to be a part of that testimonial page. So please look through for all these links on the chat. Amrjit is also sharing. So please go through and look for those links. Thank you so much, Raymond and Amrjit, for all the shares of the links. And just looking for more questions. If anyone have another question, you can ask now or share testimonial. I'm just looking through if I missed any questions. Go ahead. Go ahead, Cindy.
Okay, my question is, since I also have thyroid issue too, right? Should I because I'm kind of out of the FLL, like I've been taking it on and off, right? But like it helps, right? Should I take it after my medication? Because I usually do it in the morning, right? You know, I know it's usually when I get sick or something, I use the FLL. But should I use it with the thyroid medication to use it like a vitamin?
Yeah, it can be used as a more or less like a vitamin. So I think preferably before you take your medication.
Sorry, you're asking me a question. I'm hard of hearing.
Yeah, so take it before your medication is more preferable.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, Cindy. All right, any other questions? Yes, Amina says learning is awesome. Learning is fun. Absolutely. Love being here. We learned so much about our amazing product. All right, any other questions or any testimonials to share? Feel free to do so. Okay, says my question is, when taking Fountain of Life for all these sickness, should people at least eat healthy?
Definitely, yes.
To get better benefits, and then she had to get better benefits. Okay, that answers your question. So it's just a yes. Go ahead, Cindy.
I admit sometimes I don't eat the healthiest. I try my best.
Okay, wonderful. Thank you so much. And Raymond says, try FOL, nothing to lose. It comes with 90 days of satisfaction guarantee. Yes, wonderful. Thank you so much, Raymond. Any other shares or questions? Please let us know. And if I'm missing a question in the chat as I'm checking right now, please also you can point that out for me to know. Because our chat is always getting filled up. Okay, let me see. Thank you very much, my dear Amrjeet. Thank you for all the help in the chat. All right. If we don't have any more questions or testimonials, we can close the call. Henry, it's your call. If you want to wait.
I'm good. I'm good. I'm ready to close.
Okay. And May says, thank you everyone for your testimonials. Amazing questions asked. And this call happens every Wednesday. It's 8 a.m. Eastern time for us in Toronto, but please make sure to check your time zones and share the right time zones with your partners, and you can also share the right time zones with your guests. Right, so I think we will close the call off now. I want to thank everyone again. I want to thank Henry for always being on the call to answer all our questions and concerns. Lots of links have been added in the chat. Please go through the chat quickly and grab those links before we close the call. Thank you, Henry, and thank you to Renee again, Raymond and Amrjeet, Rico, everyone that's on the call. And it's quite a packed call today. So thank you so much. Have a wonderful Wednesday. Don't forget, we do have tours going today, so 3 p.m. Eastern time. We also have our 7 p.m. Eastern time live streaming from head office with Mr. Rene Liao and myself. So please feel free to join in those. Thank you so much. Thank you a lot, Henry. And I guess we should close the call now.
Yes.
Thank you. Wonderful. Have a wonderful day.
Thank you.
Thank you. Keep using your FOL, and tips for those that sometimes forget or skips. I always use your phone. Use the alarm, write it down, put it on your fridge, or put it next to your bed. Any tips that you can share with others about taking your FOL, keep taking it and stay healthy and keep sharing this amazing product. Take care, everyone, and have a wonderful Wednesday. Bye-bye.
Yeah, bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye, Henry. Have a good day.
Bye, everybody.
Thank you.
Bye.